Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Mama Fox Studios. This is Missy and we're on build number 4 of Edinburgh's Castle. So on our last one we did 2 little chairs, and then we did our little table here, a little like dining table. And if you notice, I colored the little wine glasses red. Wish I hadn't had to color the whole thing. It'd have been nice to have like a partial, but the rims were a little bit narrower and I didn't know until I stuck my marker in, but I think it's cute anyways. And we did not put the little flower pot on there that they wanted us to, because it is honestly the wrong dimension, the wrong proportions. I feel it's bigger than those bottles, so you may have put that on there. I did not. Anyways, other than that, we finished up our little table, and very cute. Okay, so that's 3 tables we have done and 3 chairs we have completed now. So what's next, right? Let's just jump in, and we're gonna have to pull some pieces because we're gonna do our, it says cupboard parts, little cupboard sideboard here. So we need C72, 73, 73. Let's just start there. 40s. Okay, I think it's the dark brown one. Okay, 70. What did I say? 72. Okay, over here on the side. 73 and 73 are right next to it. And you know, I just lay them out here according to how the book has them laid out. It's easy for me to keep track of. 80, which is here. This, I think that's going to be the back. I should probably be cutting these out. I know some of these, like, I will. We've got some small pieces in there. Oh, and let go. Okay. That was 80, and then 69 up here. And then 2 of the 76. No, that's 75. 76s are here. We are going to have to clean these up. Okay. Oh, and then also the 275s. I think that's all the, no, we need 4 of the C9. It's all of that wood, and then C9 is, okay, here, the bigger 4 of these, it says. Okay. All right, we need some of the paper, so quite a bit of the paper. So we need 3-3. Oh, sorry. Okay, good thing is we don't have to cut all the paper out. They are the pre-cut, just with the little tabbies. Okay, we just need the first one. So there are 2 little pieces in here. cannot read what that says. Okay, and then 6-13. Three, 4, 5. And this is why I like keeping my everything in order. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so our 4 boxes right here. And okay, there's our 4 boxes, and then we need 6, 2. Okay, we need the top 2 of these. There's 3 of them. Excuse me, I need 2 right now. And then 6-15. Okay, these 2 both squares over here on the side. Oh, it's just 1 square. No, it's 2. Never mind. There's 2 of them. Okay, and then so that's it for the 6s. And then we need 1-4. Is that on here? Yeah. 1-4. These 2 little kind of look like ladder parts. Okay, and then we need, some of our trim, G11. We're going to need some of our gold, G27 times 2. No, that's not it. What is G27? What is G27? I don't know. Long bead. Oh, okay. There are little gold tube beads. Okay, we need 2 of those. Okay, and then we need our other red flower bit. 2 of the G45s, which are like our little plates that we had on our table. There's 1, and there's 2 of those. G48, which is like, it's like a little, I would think of it as, well, they're going to use it as a bowl, okay? I would think of it, naturally it hit me as a lamp base, but okay. We'll use that as a bowl. And I think that's it. Okay, I think that's it. Let's get this stuff out of our way, and where do we start? Okay. Oh wait, I forgot G24. Hold on. Forgot one more thing. The little cube of, I think it's like clay, and it's kind of soft but kind of hard. But so first off, it says cut G24 into 2 pieces and glue them to G45s. Make 2 in total. So to these little ones here, they're a little concave, so we're going to have them act like a little bowl or a little saucer. So we're supposed to take this and just cut it in half. We want that design to be on the front, because it's on the front and back. Only thing you gotta just be careful with these is to make sure your blade is straight, otherwise you can curve into it or strip it at an angle and it'll just kind of get a little wonky. Okay, I'm just using Aleene's original tacky glue. Mine was not perfectly straight, you can tell, but that's okay. At least it's mostly straight. And these aren't bad. Usually we're stripping these like skinny, and they can get difficult when they get super skinny, but these ones are not bad. And we're just gonna set them in there. I don't know what I've just told you guys. So I'm gonna probably maybe repeat myself. I don't know. My brain's not quite on full function today. I'm using Aleene's original tacky glue. I just put it in a squeeze bottle with a precision applicator, slightly watered down. And then we just put those on there. So we have 2 of those. I'm just gonna scoot everything up to the side. All right, now we wanna take our little flower and cut our edges off, or cut the stem off of it. Whoops. It says stick. Okay, cut it into 6 pieces, just like we did before. It does cut fairly easy. Okay, that one's not good. They didn't really want to just kind of cut naturally. It kind of just cut in half. I'm going to try it. So then we want to take G48, sorry guys, and just glue them in. I'm going to try my little trick here of, kind of want the other side. This is just a diamond art painting pen and wax. I tried it on the last video, but I had some really old wax, so it would pick them up, but like papers and stuff, but it wouldn't hold them. So I got rid of that and got some of the better, fresher wax. Because sometimes holding little things like this with tweezers is a little difficult for me. And fingers, as you see, are sometimes just kind of out of the question. Now there is a hole down in this center of this one, so I'm kind of trying to put it not right down in the center. If you did it in 6, it probably would be a little easier to place because they'd be smaller. These ones just did not want to cut into thirds. They just kind of naturally wanted to cut in halves. So they're a bit big. That's okay, we will make this work. Our last one, and I'm loving this little wax pen idea. This was a great comment, thank you. I have some of the best viewers. Y'all are just wonderful. You give me some of the best little hints and tricks and tips. All right, and there we have a little bowl of like strawberries maybe. Sure, why not? Okay. See what I mean about fingers in little pieces. Okay. Next, we want to take, okay, so our 4 squares here are going to be the base for our 4 boxes, which does make it nice. Nope, they're not prevent. I was hoping that was Real Life that did it on the last build that pre-bent all these for us. You don't need to soft bend them if you don't want. If you want to just stick them on the block, I'm sure they're going to be line up. But you guys know me, I have trouble seeing where they go. So just do this super quick. And you know, if I'm doing anything you don't want to watch, feel free to fast forward. Not gonna hurt my feelings. And our last little box here. So I'm not going to worry about coloring the sides of these big boxes because they're obviously going to be covered. I do, however, just want to make sure that there's no big, yeah, I'm going to have to, they give you a little sanding file. I just like my sanding stick. I just want to take off that burr from being connected to the big sheet of wood, because that will it may be fine for you. I've had it be fine for me in the past, but I've also had it cause trouble with my paper in the past. Like if it's too big of a burr, the paper won't lay flat. So we're just going to sand those off real quick. Yep, just takes a sec. Okay. Now I'm going to put glue on one big side of my wood. And then now, because I have it bent up, I can see the edges of where it's supposed to go around. And I can just get that in those edges. Glue, glue, glue. And then this one, okay, there is another bend in the long one I didn't get, but that's okay. I'm going to roll it up and fold it over. They do give us a bend line. I can see it now. It is there, but these are not exact. I have it sticking off the edges on the side and the front, so you can choose to just leave it. It's fine. No big deal. But I'm going to trim mine up because seeing that drives me a little bonkers. See, this is a very, very skinny little bit. And now Hold on. Now, I'm all trimmed up and even and flat around all my edges. I think. Okay, rinse and repeat. Three more times. I'm going to go and glue up my edges since I'm here gluing. Pop those three edges on. And then the final one. And yeah, they're a little bit missized, like just a little bit. So if it doesn't bother you, by all means, fold and move on. I accidentally pulled that one up when I was doing the other side, and so it doesn't want to stay now. Okay, there's two. Just want to make sure it was even and all the way up. Which, cool, it wasn't. Yeah, I can see that now. There we go. I don't know why that one was a little more difficult. Just didn't quite want to lay quite right, like from the beginning. Okay, there we go. And then last one here. Sometimes I like the blocks, but sometimes they kind of make it a little more difficult. I don't mind folding boxes in air. I do like them with the bricks in. If the paper is good, like sometimes when they're like this and they're a bit not correct size, it just kind of makes it a little bit rougher. Like if I was just folding over air, it wouldn't matter. But oh well, I mean, I do like the bricks. Final fold and then a little bit of a trim up. Yeah, that one is a little bit better. All right, so there we have our 4 little boxes. All right, put this up there. And then, okay, so next we're gonna build our, let's take care of our wood first. Sorry, coffee first. Okay. Again, I'm just gonna get those little burrs off because I didn't cut these out. Even when I cut them out, sometimes they leave a little burr. So, but if you leave the burrs on, they can potentially stop your 2 pieces of wood, especially if 2 pieces of wood are butting up against each other. They can get in the way of that, and I have had that happen before. Yep, that one was a good one. That one would have really, unless it was on the outside edge, it would have not allowed another piece of wood to butt up against it. That one was a pretty good one too. Okay, and then I'm just going to take my Mr. Pen. It's just, I just don't even know where I got these, but I have a fine brush. I know it's not as dark as this wood, but it will, I don't have a super dark one. It'll just even out those lighter edges and where I sanded it. I wish I had a darker one that matched this, because you do get a lot of these color wood. Probably don't have to do the back side, but oh well. And this is just that artistic license I like to talk about. I did many of them without doing this, and I was fine with it. And then one day I was just like, you know, I don't like that lighter edge. I think it was on the Edinburgh Castle, where there was so much gray siding, and so the gray, like this is brown and brown, okay, no big deal, you know, but it was gray wood, and the brown edging just kind of looked a little off to me. So at the time, before I went down my rabbit marker hole, if you guys have been with me for a minute, you know my marker rabbit hole. But at the time I had a gray chalk marker, and it worked perfect. I mean, it matched perfect. I think I went through 2 or 3 of them, but just on that. Then I went down the marker rabbit hole, and I tried all different kinds of markers, and for some reason this blue one, blue, I'm looking right at it, it's brown. This brown one is really good on almost all of the woods. It may not match perfect, but it darkens them up real nice. But I really like the acrylic paint markers. I really wanted to try, or to like, I did try, I wanted to like the alcohol markers. I mean, I got like 262. Granted, they were a free gift, so it was from Temu. It wasn't not a sponsorship, but just like I ordered enough that then I got to pick like 4 free gifts with a new order. Y'all, if you do Temu, you know that game, right? Here's 2 free gifts. Oh, now pick 2 more free ones. Oh, now only buy such and such amount of product to get them free. Yeah, I know. I do it all the time. But I did get 262 free alcohol markers. And I do like them, but like I would have done like 2 pieces and have to put the cap back on because they're alcohol based. They dry out. Like you can't, at least the ones I have. I'm not saying all are like that. I've not tried them all. Maybe you have a really good set that you really like. If you do, let me know the name of them. Because I really, really, really wanted the alcohol markers, but I couldn't do it. I was constantly having to recap and then give it a couple seconds, and then come back and do one and recap it. So unfortunately that didn't work. So then I got another free gifts from Temu from my orders, and I found acrylic markers, acrylic paint markers. And then I found them at Dollar Tree, and honestly, they're just about as good. Did I do these ones already? I can't remember now. So I have not as many. I don't have 200. Just a little stash of them. The browns are a little off though. The browns aren't as good as matchy as this one. Anyways, I don't know why I just relived that whole rabbit hole for y'all. Some of you have watched me do it. Sorry. We're almost done here though. One more piece. Okay. All right, so we need to take C80. Oops. Okay, there's not a front or back to this. Some of these do have a front or a back. I just chipped a little piece there. All right, so we'll put that on the back. All right, so then we need C75, which is one of these here at the bottom. Okay, this is, and it's, so the 2 holes are obviously facing out because our little notch is going to go down in the bottom hole there. So I'm going to put my A-leans across the back of this piece. And my crazy super glue with the brush applicator. Just a touch, just a little dab next to the holes. There you go. Why are you going in there? Now, aliens will dry clear. I think the majority of white glue dries clear. Don't quote me. I've not used all white glue. I don't know if it all dries clear. But I think as a general rule of thumb, it should. Okay, we do want that straight. Why are you? You're a little bit crooked. Okay, now we're going to take C76, which is the little ones here. Now these do have a front and a back. There is a little etched square in. Wait, what? The cupboard door can open and close. Simply align with the holes. No glue required. Okay, so the little etched square is going to go on the outside, and we want the notches to line up. So we're just going to set it one on the left, and then our notches go on the right, and they're going to set in that hole on the right. So we're not going to glue these in. Align the holes in place. Okay, so then 75, the other 75 is going to go on the next one up. So we'll have those two holes to put them in. So let's get our glue ready on this one. So I have a feeling we're going to kind of have to place this and the little ones, the 76s, kind of simultaneously. Because they won't just sit in there on their own, right? So we have to have this one to hold it, but we kind of have to have those almost in place. Before we place it. So it's kind of like, okay, so let's get it started in the hole here. And now we're just gonna, okay, we've got to be careful because we've got one side in, we've got to get the other in without losing the one side. Okay, now snap that second one in tight. Okay. And yeah, they just move. Okay. Because we don't want them to be on, we don't want the 75s, the long ones, to be angled, because then it's going to stop them from moving. So they're just going to move. I mean, at least they move, right? That is a good thing. Okay. And then 79 is next, and sorry, 69. 69 was our bigger shelf over here, so it's going to go in the second from the top hole. Want to make sure it's straight. Okay, and then 72, the first one we took out, the little smaller, narrower one. And it goes obviously just in the leftover top hole there. okay? I kind of missed that edge. It doesn't look as dark as the others. That's kind of weird. Okay. So now we gotta flip the page. And we want to put our sides. So the one, where are we at time with? 45. Okay. So when it, is that glue or is that a nick? I can't tell if it's coming out or going in. I don't know, but we'll cover it up. Okay, so we want that etched pieces in, and the one flat on the right is going to go on the right. Now we're going to flip it and put it in those 2 notches on there. So yeah, so we want the glue all on this edge here. Does it come all the way out? Yeah, okay. So I'm also going to put the glue on the edges of the shelves to help hold it nice and tight. So first we want to put it down on the 2 tabs and then in. Same thing on the other side. All right, and put that left one on the left, down the tabs, all the way back. And our little doors. I kind of like one open, but are we going to put anything down below? No, we're going to put, okay, our G27s, these 2 little brown squares here are going, oh, I wish I would have known this before. And then the little tube ones are going to set on top of there on the inside. So I'm going to put these on first because I have a feeling we're going to have some trouble with these doors. I wish they would paper the doors before we put them on. And if it hadn't been on a next page, I would have seen it, and I probably would have done it myself that way. But because we didn't see it, so I'm just putting my line of glue fairly close to the edge, just on the inside of that border, and then putting those little tubies on there. Okay. I was wanting to put the glue on the wood, but I don't think that's going to work. So we'll glue the back of our paper. Yep, I was afraid of that. I'm gonna get glue everywhere. Just want to line it up with those lines on the wood. And I know that can be difficult because we can't get all the way to, because it's not going to sit straight if we push on it. It's going to cave in. And I put it upside down. The paper on both of them are upside down. I think it's supposed to be like a heart. Like boom, boom, like that, boom, boom. No, I would have done it the right way. I just put it on the wrong door. So now when I put I have to turn them. Okay, I'm having upside down hearts. It's kind of poetic for myself anyways. So we're gonna go with it. Yep, we're gonna have upside down hearts. I just put them on the wrong side. If I had put that first one on the right, it would have been the correct way. But oh well. Oh well. Maybe letting the door hang in is gonna be a little easier maybe. I didn't think it would, but it kind of is. Although now it's crap. Okay. Try not to demolish the shelves. If you watched my last build, I think most of the furniture that I built, I inexplicably demolished by my own hands and had to rebuild it. I think I built most things twice in that build. Unfortunately, so I'm trying very, very, very hard not to squish, to push too hard on any of the other pieces of wood other than these doors. That took an inexplicably long amount of time to get those stupid little door paper on, but there we go. Yeah, okay. All right, so we need 6 to our little plates right here are going to go on the top shelf. And then one of these are going to go in front of it, the 1-4 on both shelves. Okay, so the little plates, I don't like when they do this. Like, give me a plate, give me something a little bit substantial. Okay, that's just going to go there. It's kind of on the back, a little on the back, a little on the edge, because I don't want it on the front though. Now we do want to leave, I just realized we got to push that back a little. We do want to leave enough room for that black edge railing. Okay, and then we're gonna take one of our, what is it, 1-4? Yep. Yeah, I always wait for it. And Dang it. You just want to put this right across the front of the shelf. Just like that, just right along the front. Okay, and our second shelf is going to hold the two little plate with the bits we cut in two. Now I am going to put just a little bit of glue on the shelves where I want them to sit. Slide those right in there. Okay, and then, why are you not even? What's wrong? Okay, and then our second little 1-4 is going to, our little rail is going to go on the front of this one. Now it does stick out just a little bit wider, so you're not having to go up underneath the previous shelf, which is very nice. No, 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 no. Oh, it kind of does take away from those. You kind of lose them. Okay, and then use the bottles made in the previous group. Okay, two of the two big bottles. Well, no, the big one and that little weird one at the end, like that. It's not flat on the bottom, it's a little caved. All right, and then our little bowl of strawberries, if you will. Two of our boxes, it looks like. Two of our lighter boxes. Oh, and then words today are not working. The trim. So 26 millimeters, which is 2.6 centimeters, or they give us this nice little line right here. So it's pretty much 3 scallops. Okay, and that is going to, we're going to put this on first. It is going to sit right up front here. Okay, so I'm going to put the glue on like the widest part here at the bottom. And then just a bit around the front edges. And then I'm going to stick it to my finger and take all the glue off of the material. Right? That's a pretty good fit. Okay, so we're going to put the 2 boxes back in here. So I can't tell which side is which, and you kind of don't see them anyways. They kind of get a little lost back there. That's one thing I noticed about this build. They do like to make everything very, very busy, which I'm not complaining. I like busy, but sometimes a little too busy. Just my opinion. Like the dining table from earlier. It was too busy for me. So let's see what we do here. Let's put these two back here. I'm putting him just under the edge of the shelf above it. So it's just slightly tucked in. Maybe. Okay, and then the two bottles over here and the strawberries over here. This goes on the side. They have it on the left side. Let's put that up real quick before I don't forget it. Okay, there we go. Okay, I don't think this is going to be too busy. That little trim does make it a little more difficult to get things to set flat. I think we've got it. I'll admit, I'm not liking these doors. I wish they just sat like that. That'd be fine. If they just, yeah, they're not going to stay though. And they just want to go in and then you lose them. I'm not saying I'm going to glue them down yet. But when we go to place it, if it doesn't want to stay, it might. Maybe I'll just try to angle them a little bit. I don't know. We'll see when we go to place it how it's behaving. They might get glued down, although they would be a little kind of open like that. We'll see. But I think it turned out very, very cute. I like the railing on the top. I kind of don't like it on the ball in the middle one, but it just kind of covers them up. But it's okay. That's okay. That's how a sideboard, they would have those rails up there. So, all right, well, oh, we just went over an hour. Okay, but we got this finished, and I think it turned out fairly cute. We do have 2 boxes left over, so we're just going to put those up in our little stash with our leftover bottle and plants that we've previously made. All right, so let's take a little quick sneak peek and see what we got coming up real quick. We have our fireplace next. And then we have a chair and table. We'll we got this done today. I'm pretty sure we'll get the fireplace done. We're not wiring in anything, so I don't know if there's a light in there, maybe later, I'm not sure. It would be nice. I really like when they light up the fireplaces. That's just kind of, I like it. But, so we'll definitely get that done, and let's see how much of the chair and table. Now, I thought it was going to be upholstering. I'm only putting the tablecloth on the table, just like we did just one other time. 2 of them were paper, but we did do it on one of them, so that's fine. The chair is actually paper. We're going to paper the wood. Okay, sure, why not? So, now those are wood. Oh, those are printed wood. Oh, there is paper though too. We're going to, oh, the printed wood is on the inside, and then we're going to paper the outside. Gotcha. Okay. So let's see how much of this we can get done. Fireplace and sofa. So it says sofa parts. It's a chair and table. So that's our plan for next time. And thank you guys for being here with me. I really, really, really do appreciate it. And thank you for also being patient, as I have a little bit of turmoil going on in my life right now, and kind of in and out a little bit, but where I've always been much more consistent. I appreciate the understanding. So thank you guys, and I hope to see you on the next build. Bye.